The network itself was formed in 2009 by like-minded organizations. These organizations are non-governmental organizations. Some of them are community-based organizations, while others are community-based organizations. They all came together wanting to see a regime of just and sustainable use of natural resources on the continent. They want to unite the poor communities on the continent. They want to unite the excluded people on the continent so that they can enjoy rights to equitable benefit from natural resources in a sustainable way. And the emphasis there is sustainability. They are not convinced, the members, therefore, were not convinced that not mining Africa's natural resources is a path to prosperity. So in their mission, they are united in enabling social economic justice in the natural resources sector towards empowerment of poor and excluded communities. And they go this through research, advocacy, and campaigning. And in the last couple of years, we've seen a lot of the activities of the network being united around building capacity of community members to effectively engage with their public representatives, these being the legislatures. And this has led to a collaboration around what we call the model mining law. The members came together and offered the continent, various stakeholders within the extractive sector, what they see as a model of law that should guide activities of extractives on the continent. I think this background is very important. And that document continue over in the last 2 years has guided a lot of advocacy initiatives on the continent, especially in countries such as Sierra Leone. We've seen how this document has been used to inform the just concluded policy formulation for artisanal and small-scale mining in that particular country. And we're excited that more and more of our members are taking on this advocacy initiative. However, the COVID pandemic, has meant that a lot of the activities our members were engaging had to be halted. In some instances, the ambition of our members' advocacy initiative has to be limited. And I also must acknowledge at this onset that Benchmark Foundation is also one of our important members. They've been there since the formation, and they continue to play a very important part within the life and the activities of the network. 3 things I would like to highlight with regards to how our members have managed to navigate the challenges arising from COVID and how they've managed to sustain their particular activities. These 3 things are what we are noticing as some of the lessons, reflective lessons that we are getting from our members. The first is that our members that have really managed to navigate the challenges of COVID are those that ensure that their activities are relevant to the communities that they serve. So the relevancy becomes the one important lesson that we saw during these times. Because during the time of COVID, a lot of our members were not able to use or to continue to program in the conventional way that they know. So in ensuring relevance, some of our members being at the core face of development, they engaged their communities by providing palliative materials such as face masks, sanitizers, medical equipment, medical beds, training community health personnel, providing gears, health gears. So they moved their advocacy completely and focused squarely on helping to sustain life in the communities. The other thing we saw is that some of our members were quite innovative. We saw innovation and adaptability among our members. This is not negating the challenges that some of them face as well, around even having to pay for salaries of their staff, for having to keep their office facilities open. The ones that have really managed to stay afloat are those that are innovative and adaptive to the challenges of COVID. We saw some of our members making use of social media in various forms, from webinar to Google Meet to WhatsApp to other databases as well, in being able to continue to engage their communities, as well as working across collaborative efforts. So during this time, we saw increasing number of our members using webinars. And some of them even have to start working virtually. Again, this is not easy, as some of our members are based in remote parts of the countries. Question around accessibility to internet and other technological facilities were challenges that some of our members faced. But the ones that are really thriving or that are still managing to remain relevant are those that are really find a way to be adaptive and innovative. Some do not even open the doors of their office anymore, but yet they continue to remain relevant. Some still face, during this time as well, or still experience hostility from some of our governments on the continent, which is quite unfortunate. But we are hopeful that some of these challenges, as we continue to navigate through time, we'll be able to find a lasting solution to it. And lastly, what we're also picking up during this time, more than ever, is the whole question around sustainability again has come to fore. The funding environment is stringent as ever, and domestic resource mobilization for some of our members' advocacy activities is still very much something we can turn to, although we are not shying away from it. Our members, they've managed to remain relevant by adapting to the challenges of COVID through innovative techniques, by democratizing the space of engagement, and by ensuring that we look for alternative sources of funding as a mechanism for ensuring their continuous sustainability in efforts to creating a more just and sustainable use of natural resources in Africa. So thank you very much, Benchmark Foundation. I wish you a happy deliberation.